Right, so next up we have RAKDOS OBOSH. So the idea with this is obviously that all of our cards have to be odd, so we can play OBOSH as the companion. This one obviously has like the Cat and Ovid package, and we've got some other one-drops in Gutter Bones, Serrated Scorpion, Whisper Squad, and we've got Claim the Firstborn, along with Woe Strider as our sack outlet, Judith and Mayhem Devil. Or we've got Woe Strider and Witch's Oven. We've also got Heraldic Banner, which makes all of our black creatures have +1/+0, and it helps us ramp to OBOSH. I've played a little bit of this deck before. I've played it with and against it. Deck's great, so let's just get into some games. This hand's kind of awkward. Mullet. This hand's kind of awkward too. It's a bit better though. We don't want double red, do we? So this is probably a keep. Just throw away a mountain. At least we get to ping them for one here. No, I don't care about NordVPN. So yeah, we're just kind of hoping they don't have the shatter. Don't have the shatter. Okay. Yeah. What can you do? Of cards to rip off the top, Whisper Squad is up there. Because at least it makes multiple threats. Claim the Firstborn on their Uro at some point might be lethal as well, which would be quite good. Steal their Uro and hit them with it. The Dream. That one knocks it. Yeah, we ain't drawing cards.
I know 88 ways to defeat you. Hone your prowess.
What's the opponent find? Aether Ghost. Rude. It's Whisper Squad. Well, that's a good one. definitely just letting them have the Narset again. There will be we're hoping there's going to be an opportunity for us to be able to claim the Uro, which would be lethal as well, so... Putting another shatter, it's kind of inconvenient, but... They need to gust this. Which nearly gives them enough for the Uro, like... They're one card off. Tamio will let them do the Uro next turn.
Let us have
Like,
a
pick up Aether
storied
Gust, I guess.
battle worth retelling.
I feel like picking up Aether Gust is safe there. Don't be defending me, that would be rude. Man, the Aether Gusts. Who hurt you, opponent? Who hurt you? We're so close to lethal. I need any creature off the top would do it in theory. Any non-red creature, any of our 1-drops, any of our 1-drops should do it.
I know. I
Just needs to look for our Aether Gust against. I should have been more specific. We were just like a card too short there. These claims are not good here, so drill bits seem good and the devils seem good. Oh, come on, main deck Aether Gusts. How healthy is your format? Oh. Do you just love standard? Might just start playing historic. Might just start playing historic. Yeah, I might just do that. When's the ladder? When's the ladder for historic start again? It's like a couple of weeks, right? And once it's back for good, so then it's actually worth playing historic. that is the best hand of the lot, and it's not close. I feel like I'm actually just supposed to return a mountain, to be honest. Right, I can operate off this one land. Doesn't feel good, but I can. What is our mana base? We've only got 11 basics, so we just got completely wrecked by our mana there. Play a bunch of 1-drops. What's the worst that can happen? Yep, that doesn't do anything.
The focus and to keep an open mind.
Alrighty, so they need to not have 2 Shattered Skies.
This is overwhelming.
That's one. We need to counter this. So that means Shark Typhoon can't come down here. And then we get to hit them for 5. And then drill hit them again. Take the Shark Typhoon. They might just have to make a 4/5 blocker here. Yep. We're not out of this one yet. They're on 4. They be digging. Oh, there's the fun police.
Let's slow this down. I'll protect you.
We're really not far off getting there. Doing our best mono black impression.
This might be a bad idea.
I'm just not going to attack this turn. Okay, they didn't do anything, so we just get to start activating castle here. Casket for a Wood Strider is kind of awkward. Scorpion's kind of good actually.
Here we go.
They are dead next turn. Don't do it. Whatever it is, don't do it, opponent. I think I'm supposed to sack the goat and scry. That one's actually pretty good too because they're going to 1.
I've got it. Sorry I'm late. There's nothing.
They're spinning the wheels so badly. Okay, fine. That was on a mull to 4. A mull to 4. Ah. That's frustrating. That was so close. Just needed them not to hit the second Teferi there. Second Teferi was about the only thing that got them out of that. Even the Tulsimir, if that had had to fight the token at least there, they would go to 4 total, at which point the Whisper squads can start to chip away as well. Right, this hand's reasonable. So Kahira can either be like Gruul Fires, or Abzan, or the Jeskai control deck. Okay, fires. Really do land 3 with this hand. Yep. Okay, so because I found that, I'm going to lead on the Mayhem Devil. So then we can Woe Strider, steal their Kahira with the Claim, sack it, and start to kill the other stuff. And this is fine. We should be able to take that down next turn. We like their Kahira, their draw is going to be significantly worse, so... I mean, I've got the 3-3. Have they got like a shot? No, it's just a weird attack, sure. No. Give me that. Fire that thing in at the Nissa. That's fine. Then get to sack the Kira. Poke that elemental. Drive cat at the bottom. And then we get to a Bosch next turn, then all of these triggers deal 2. Rather tempted just to kill that land. I think I'm going to. I won't yet, I don't need to yet. Okay, so maybe they're just a bigger Teamer, yeah, Teamer Elementals deck with the old Ultimatum. elementals you control, so it gives the Cavalier haste. That's interesting. That's nice techers. Yeah, that actually deals the damage, so I may as well keep that. Then we get to kill this. Keep that on top. Play this out. Shoot the Scampering Scorcher. Find a mountain. Play a boss. And then pass. So they've got a land they can attack with, but the only thing that can actually push through anything is the Cavalier. And we'll just trump it with like the Scorpion.
Behold nature's true power.
Just really don't want them getting back the ultimatum. Perfect. So I believe we only have one Whisper Squad left. Oh, we have two left. Okay, that's even better. Banner seems pretty reasonable. I think I'm okay just keeping Nissa from ulting for the time being. Like, making all of our creatures basically have an extra 1 power, and then that obviously doubles up in a big way, so... Also means you can find the last Whisper Squad with their mana this turn, and then we can start activating Castle.
Rise, my elemental friend.
I'll just take 3, I think.
Fights for us.
I think I'm blocking like this, and then sacking the Scorpion to deal 1 to this one. It's back to 8, it is back to 8, gross. definitely should activate this first. Get back a Wood Strider's a 5/4. That means we can sack off the goat. Stop this Nissa ulting.
Do not test me.
Yeah, Scorpion's a good one on top. Gutter Bones is a good one as well. Just gives us something that we can like repeatedly sacrifice and hit them with. Like I don't mind sacking this to do this because then I can just poke them. Omnath is kind of ridiculous. That deals what, 5? 5 to me? Sure. Maybe should have sacked the Gutter Bones to kill an elemental there to save a life. Maybe not worth it.
Harness the elements.
I mean, everything has to jam here now, right? No. Okay. Sure. So... can sack this Gutter Bones. Deal 1 to their face. Don't want a banner. Bring this back to my hand. Sack this again. Deal 1 to the Nissa.
Feast this aggression.
Don't want a castle. Bring this back again. And then play the Scorpion. I really just can't afford the lands to have indestructible. Sure. So they're gonna have 8 creatures, we've only got 5 blockers, so... Oh yeah, 7 creatures, Grazer doesn't really count. I guess the moment they push, it's kind of good for us.
Do not assume I am fragile.
Another Scorpion on top's pretty good. So yeah, our turn can start by attacking this Gutter Bones at them. Because it's just getting sacked anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this works fine, that gets out of the way, then we get to sack it and do the same loop we did last turn, except we're going to start killing these elementals. Oh, I need to go face first there, didn't I? Oh, Judith's great. Judith is great. Yeah, because I've messed up here. This will be more difficult than I needed it to be. So I needed to go face first, so then I could just keep looping this. Never mind, we should be alright anyway because we've still got the same setup as last turn. We've got the Scorpion, but we've got the Judith next turn, so then every time we do this loop, we'll get to deal an extra point of damage. So they'll have 6 creatures, we've got 4 blockers, but we've got the Scorpion. Is that actually lethal? Might be lethal. Yeah, we might need to kill a... Oh, okay. We might need to kill a land by sacking enough things off.
The land shall conquer you.
best keeping the gutter bones to chump with. I feel like this turn we are. I don't have any life gain though, do I? So I do need to kill some stuff. So we need to kill the Omnath. Don't need that land. I didn't deal damage again. Yeah, okay, I've definitely messed that game up. There's definitely a way that we can get out of that, but never mind. Bedevils seem good. Drillbits seem good. These claims are probably not amazing. That's probably it. We're in the play. Can't keep that one, unfortunately. I'm going to keep this one, but it's not amazing. Need some lands, but this is better than a random 6, so. Yeah, that's unfortunate. What's we're working with? Well, let's take your ramp so we can try and stay in the game. The fact we've got an oven here, a cat and an oven, means that we can at least have a chance of staying in the game. At least we can chump for a fair few turns. We will need the land. Probably need the land drop by by the time they hit Nissa. Need a couple of lands like now, which we didn't hit. We're really doing this? Oh, stupid arena. Two seconds. Right. There's actually no point doing that now. We're not attacking anyway, so. Hey! Alrighty, we are playing Magic. Please go away. Seriously, please go away. Cat Oven Mayhem Devil gives us at least a reasonable chance of getting out of this. I'm saying a good chance, but a reasonable chance. Chandra, don't do that. Rude. Aether Gust, that thing. Well, yeah. God, Aether Gust is such a tilting card against what is essentially a mono black deck. I actually just don't. Like, these games have just tilted me to the moon and back, so. Yeah, fine. Right, let's do one more. I feel like those have been very unsatisfying games against Aether Gusts, and we've mulliganed to Oblivion, so I really want to actually play with this deck. Like, this deck is good, and I want to kind of highlight how good it can be. Another Yori on deck. This hand's fine. Let's just get these things down, get to banner next turn, and then we get to boss the turn after, hopefully before they can wrap. Like to hit you for 6. Please don't wrath me. They're gonna wrath me, aren't they? At least if they wrath me, we go to 4. Yay. So exciting. So exciting. Yay, lands. I love this game, it's great. And then, if you haven't read the script, this gets Elspeth Conquers Death now. And then they blink the Elspeth Conquers Death to do the banner as well, and then we just completely lose. It's really great. Okay, they didn't have the Conqueror's Death. Are they dead? Okay, they couldn't just beat the Abosh the following turn. Well, okay, sure. Clench. Right, drill bits. These claims are not going to be good here. Bedevil's probably reasonable. I just don't like bringing the Bedevil in. It just brings the curve up far too much. I'm just gonna. It makes the mana a bit worse. I'm just gonna bring in a couple of Registers. Some more threats. What's the worst that can? Sure. We have no 2-drops, so I can actually just do this and get the red source, and then we can start playing our bigger things next turn. This hand's much slower, but I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. Hey.
You show remorse.
My favourite.
I'll show restraint. I've got time.
Have I mentioned how much I love Fairy? At least we get to banner into another threat here. Okay, this means... yeah, we'll just go back to the Scorpion. Now this means they're going to conquer death my banner, and I'm going to cry.
I am not making this up
Yeah,
as I
Knight
go.
of Autumn my banner, and I'm going to cry. Okay. Sure. Knight of Autumn, eh? I am ready to get Wrath and concede. I am ready to get Wrath and concede. Are you ready to get Wrath and concede? Oh, we get to kill the Knight of Autumn here. Oh, well, that's good. Killing the Knight of Autumn means that we have to worry about the blocker now. Go away.
Don't worry. I got this. I won't let you win.
Another hero, sure. Oh, we've just got lands, eh? That's 6 cards in the yard though, so they'll get to escape an hero, but...
Roll for this.
Well, I mean, the land there, so I don't have to attack the Fairy, is pretty good.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
I think I'm just supposed to play out a Ghost Rider. And then I can fetch up another Whisper Squad. I really just don't want to extend the Obosh into the Wrath here. At least this way I can like sack off my board and at least deal them some damage. If they don't have the Wrath, then they're probably dead next turn regardless, because the Mayhem Devil will be dealing a whole heap of damage with his triggers. So they go to 21 here. Got a lot of lands. Let's go and get another Whisper Squad. Alright, what counter spell are you sitting on? Nothing. Well, this could be fun. I feel like he's got to trade off here. So it's an attack for 5, 9, so it's attack for 18, and then each sacrifice trigger deals 2, and this sacking would deal 6. I don't think I want the drill bit now. So this would deal 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, they lose the Uro. If I sack the Mayhem Devil... No, I don't think it's worth it. I think that's the right thing to do. I don't know though. They do get to scry into the charter here. Guess we do have 2 threats to follow up with. This one's now lethal. Get to scry a whole heap. I guess this Scorpion still deals 4 as well, right? Scorpion deals 4 to them.
You'll thank me later.
I kind of feel like I'm supposed to sack that, but... I'm going to sack the Scorpion and then I'm going to sack the Abosh. They go to 3, and then I'm going to sack the Abosh so they don't draw a card. Sure, perfect. Sweet, that's a good one to finish on because that kind of highlighted and showcased that deck a little bit better than some of the other games. So yeah, we'll do a wrap on this one. This deck's interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on, like the interaction with Banner pumping all the creatures and making them like from 1 power into 2 power then means that they're essentially dealing 4 times as much damage when the Abosh comes down. So a Cauldron Familiar as a 1/1 is then a 2/1, it then deals 4 damage. The life loss trigger of Cauldron Familiar doesn't work with Abosh, but it's still good to include because it works with the Judith and Mayhem Devils. We nearly managed to get ourselves out of some ridiculously far behind situations. Just kind of unlucky that we didn't quite get there, and they had like against the Elementals deck they had the one Scorching Dragonfire to kill the Abosh, which just completely blew us out, but what can you do? The core of this deck seems good. I don't think some of the sideboard stuff just seems unnecessary. I think there's probably a bit of tuning you could do with this, but the deck's awesome. There's lots of stuff going on. I really enjoy playing this kind of deck actually. When you've got so many different decisions and different lines, and you probably get rewarded for making the right decision more than you would for making the wrong decision. So that's going to be it for today. I think the only other thing that we are going to be playing over next few days is probably this mono green deck that I've had sitting for a while. Just haven't been interested in doing it yet, but we'll play this at some point because a lot of people have been saying they've had reasonable success with it. I'm highly skeptical because how anyone's having success with this deck against Yorion, I've no idea, but I would like to find out, so we'll probably give this a go. I don't think I've got anything else interesting at the moment. I think everything else we have tried, so if anyone else has anything interesting to play, please let me know. I'm looking for some new decks that are reasonable against Yorion. Not saying that they're going to win every time, but at least they can compete. That would be good. So if you do have anything, please let me know the deck list. I'll quite happily try and play your deck. So thank you very much everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Do hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.